to Just Asia, AHRC TV's weekly human rights program. These are the headlines. Groundbreaking report on anti-constitution protests in Nepal published. 2 years after coup, Thai rights group calls for general elections and democracy. General Suharto to be nominated as Indonesian national hero. Pakistan's transgenders face discrimination and lack of protection. Disappearances worsen in Bangladesh. Urgent appeals from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and the Philippines. Welcome to AHRC TV's Just Asia. I am Julia Blondo. This episode begins with a groundbreaking report on Nepal's anti-constitution protests. Over 40 persons died in the protest from 16 August 2015 to 5 February 2016. Published jointly by the Asian Human Rights Commission and the Terai Human Rights Defenders Alliance, the report focuses on government use of force against protesters and bystanders. Based on credible eyewitnesses and documentary evidence, the report concludes that security forces consistently engaged in excessive use of force, resulting in 34 deaths. 3 other deaths occurred in situations where the police could have intervened. In the process of writing the report, the AHRC and the Third Alliance investigated the protests and deaths in 8 different districts. While not investigating the 2 incidents in which protesters were responsible for killing of 8 police and 1 armed police force officer, the 2 human rights groups strongly condemned these killings. No member of the security forces responsible for these serious human rights violations is known to be under investigation or prosecution, reconfirming Nepal's deep-rooted impunity. The joint report thus demands independent investigation, prosecution, and reparation in all the cases of violence. It further urges the government of Nepal to address the systematic problems in law enforcement agencies that repeatedly lead to unnecessary loss of life and arbitrary restriction of rights. Just Asia caught up with freelance writer and political analyst Tula Narayan Shah to learn his views on the report.
Voiceless community जो छ नेपालमा उनको लागि एउटा सहाराको रूपमा एउटा टेको राख्ने ठाउँको रूपमा यो प्रतिवेदनले भूमिका खेल्नेछ। मलाई लाग्छ उहाँहरू अलिकति राहत नै महसुस गर्ने हो। राज्य जति जिम्मेवार हुनुपर्ने हो, राज्य जति गम्भीर हुनुपर्ने हो, त्यो चाहिँ देखिएको छैन। पछिल्लो तराई आन्दोलनमा जुन प्रकारले गैर न्यायिक हत्याहरू भयो, यसको 2टा कारण छ। एउटा, सरकारले त्यो आन्दोलनलाई आन्दोलनको रूपमा लिएन, त्यसलाई लडाईको रूपमा लियो। मधेसीहरू जो सडकमा थिए तिनले त्यसलाई आन्दोलनकै रूपमा लिए पनि राज्यले त्यसलाई लडाईको रूपमा लिएको हुनाले आन्दोलनमा वार्ता, संवाद, लेनदेन, सहमतिको कुरा हुन्छ। लडाईमा चाहिने जित र हारको कुरा हुन्छ। राज्यले जित हारको मनस्थितिबाट मात्रै काम गर्यो, त्यसकारण ज्यादा बल प्रयोग भयो राज्य पक्षबाट। अर्को, यहाँ सरकारको गृह मन्त्रालयदेखि लिएर, सरकार प्रमुखदेखि लिएर गृह मन्त्रालयदेखि लिएर मधेसको कुनै पनि गाउँमा, कुनै पनि चोकमा खटिएका प्रहरीहरू फरक समुदायका भए। त्यो त्यस समुदायको भएन जो आन्दोलनरत थियो। त्यसकारण बल प्रयोगमा तपाईँले देख्नुभयो भने एकदम क्रूरता बढेको छ। त्यो चाहिँ अलिकति कम्युनल फिलिङ आएको हो। पुलिस प्रशासन गैर मधेसी समुदायको, आन्दोलनकारी जम्मै मधेसी समुदायको। अनि यसमा चाहिँ मनोवैज्ञानिक रूपमा पनि यिनलाई हान्नै पर्छ भन्ने सोच प्रहरी प्रशासनमा आएको हुनाले ज्यादा क्षति भएको, यो 2टा कारण हो। यो प्रतिवेदनले आन्दोलनकारी समूह समुदायलाई चाहिने अलिकति राहत महसुस भएको हुनुपर्छ र गर्नेछ। किनभने कसैले बोल्ने थिएन। नेपालमा नागरिक समाज भन्नुस्, मानवाधिकारवादी भन्नुस् वा पत्रकार भन्नुस्, यो सबै राज्यकै अङ्गको रूपमा रहेको छ। राज्य यहाँ मधेसप्रति विभेदी छ, राज्यको चरित्र नस्लीय छ, राज्य एकल समुदायको वर्चस्व छ राज्यमा। त्यसैको प्रतिबिम्ब तपाईले यहाँको मिडिया, मानवाधिकार र नागरिक समाजमा देख्नुहुन्छ। त्यसैले मधेस आन्दोलनमा त्यत्रो विधि बल प्रयोग हुँदा पनि कसैले नबोलिदिँदा, थर्ड अलायन्स र एसियन ह्युमन राइट कमिसनले बोलिदिँदाखेरि आन्दोलनकारीहरूलाई अलिकति भए पनि राहत, हाम्रो बारेमा पनि बोल्ने कोही छ भनेर महसुस भएको हुनुपर्छ। तर राज्य चाहिने अलिकति राज्य चाहिँ संयमित हुनुपर्ने हो तर देखिएको चाहिँ छैन है हुनुपर्ने हो तर देखिएको चाहिँ छैन हैन यो काठमाडौँ केन्द्रित आन्दोलन निर्णायक आन्दोलन होइन यो सांकेतिक र सान्देशिक आन्दोलन हो सांकेतिक यस अर्थमा कि मधेसी आदिवासी जनजाति दलित सबै समुदायका मानिसहरू एक ठाउँमा आएर आन्दोलन गर्न सक्छन् भन्ने यसले संकेत दिएको हो र यसले सन्देश के दिएको हो भने हामी रोकिसकेका छैनौं हामी गलिसकेका छैनौं अझै पनि हाम्रो आन्दोलन जारी छ र काठमाडौँमा पनि हामी आन्दोलन गर्न सक्छौं
Moving to Thailand. 2 years after the 22nd May 2014 military coup, rights groups in the country are calling for general elections and a return to democracy. Thai Cross-Cultural Foundation stated on Sunday that the rule of law in Thailand has been fundamentally undermined over the past 2 years, while the rights to freedom of expression, association, and peaceful assembly have been greatly restricted, making it difficult for people to speak out for change. The Cross-Cultural Foundation also condemns the failure of the constitutional drafting process to reflect rights promotion and protection and the rule of law. Meanwhile, the orders issued by the junta's NCPO are a violation of the rule of law and Thailand's international obligations. If democratic transformation fails and the draft constitution is approved in the referendum, will it make the NCPO orders enforceable permanently? Queried Mr. Somchai Homlar, advisor of the foundation. Unless prompt steps are taken to rectify problems caused by the orders, rule of law in Thailand will be permanently destroyed. In Indonesia, there is a controversial proposal to nominate former dictator Suharto as a national hero. The nomination has been made by Golkar Party, which supported Suharto's regime for 32 years. According to the National Commission on Human Rights, Army General Suharto, who passed away in 2008, was allegedly involved in various human rights abuses such as the 1965 to 1996 massacre, the 1984 Tanjung Priok massacre, the 1989 Talangsari massacre, the student shootings, and the May riots of 1998. Suharto's regime also saw military operations in Aceh, Papua, and East Timor. Countless people became victims of murder, torture, and other abuses while thousands remained missing. Until now, the government has done little to address these cases or provide remedies to victims. The Attorney General is reluctant to investigate, while President Joko Widodo has done little to implement his promises to resolve past human rights abuses. Making Suharto a national hero will bring Indonesia into a darkness with no future for human rights and justice.
Nomination of Suharto as a national hero is a bad news, especially for victims and family of victims of past human rights abuses occurred under the Suharto regime. We regret to the Golkar political party that promoted Suharto. Although Suharto has passed away in 2008, it doesn't mean that the government can nominate him as a national hero. The government should take into consideration investigation reports conducted by the National Commission on Human Rights. Therefore, rather than nominate Suharto as a national hero, the government, in particular the Attorney General, must follow up the investigation report of the Commission. We have been waiting for justice and truth for 18 years after Suharto stepped down in 1998. So please don't bring back Indonesia to the darkness era when the regime, through its military, police, and intelligence, committed massive human rights violation in the country. The current government, President Joko Widodo, must stop the idea to nominate Suharto to be a national hero. Further, the government should immediately evaluate the Attorney General when the Attorney General reluctant to further investigate and prosecute the crimes. Although the law number 26 of 2000 and on Human Rights Court clearly stated that past human rights abuses must be tried through an ad hoc human rights court. We note various crimes occurred under the regime, for instance massacre in 1965 and forced disappearances student activists in 1997-1998, Tanjung Priok and Talangsari massacre, and also corruption cases occurred under the regime. The government must be aware that promoting Suharto to be a national hero will be damaging the transitional justice and future of democracy in Indonesia.
Next, Pakistan's transgender community faces terrible discrimination and a lack of protection. On Sunday, transgender rights defender and president of Trans Action Alliance Peshawar, Alicia, was shot 8 times by a group after she refused to make pornographic movies for them. She died in a hospital on Wednesday. The hospital refused to provide Alicia a bed in both the female and male wards. Finally, she was placed in the VIP ward at high cost. Instead of providing prompt medical treatment, however, doctors and staff were asking about her rates for a full night dance and sharing her bed. Meanwhile, the blood technician wanted to know if her blood was HIV positive. Earlier, on April 18th, the district coordinator of Trans Action Alliance, Sana, was unlawfully detained by the station house officer of Norang Police Station after posting pictures of police torture on social media. She was tortured and threatened with being shot if she does not stop sharing her story with the media. There are an estimated 500,000 third-gender citizens in Pakistan, all of whom have no rights. It wasn't until 2012 that the Supreme Court allowed them to have national identity card with a column of transgender, and the community obtained the right to vote and inheritance. Next, enforced disappearances have become a major human rights reality in Bangladesh. Since 2009, more than 300 people have disappeared. The perpetrators are mainly the Bangladesh Police and the Rapid Action Battalion. Families of the disappeared are usually denied any remedies, leaving them to endlessly wait for their loved ones. One such family organized a press conference on May 24th to demand their 24-year-old disappeared son to be returned to them. Muhammad Imam Hassan has disappeared by the Rapid Action Battalion in March 2012. In his speech, the father, Mr. Ruhul Amin, said, "RAB disappeared my only breadwinner son 4 years ago. Now we are in terrible situation. We cannot afford our meals. We cannot manage our life. We endlessly wait for our son. We want him back." Imam was abducted by a group of people on 5th March 2012, after which Imam's father was asked for ransom. After reporting this to the officers of the Rapid Action Battalion 2 on March 6th, Ruhul Amin was told to come and take his son, bringing Taka 100,000 with him. A street hawker by occupation, Mr. Amin was only able to arrange for Taka 40,000. When this money was given to the officers, they insisted on more money for Imam's release. Local police stations refused to file complaints against the RAB, and even though the High Court asked the Home Ministry to inquire into the matter, Imam still remains missing. Moreover, ministry officials intimidated Imam's family for accusing the RAB. Finally, the Urgent Appeals Weekly features 6 stories from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and the Philippines. In Bangladesh, a father and son have been implicated in fabricated cases, detained and harassed even after being granted bail, due to their refusal to pay bribes to the police. Also in Bangladesh, police opened fire and threw sound grenades and tear gas at protesters of Gondamara village on May 16th. At least 15 people sustained bullet injuries and police tortured over 30 others. In Sri Lanka, several white van abductions have occurred in the country in 2016. One group staged a protest calling for the end to these abductions. In another case from Sri Lanka, Mr. Manikuge Sumit Dayaratne was extrajudicially killed by law enforcement officials. In Nepal, 2 police officers arbitrarily tortured Tajman Prasad Chowdhury in public and kept him under illegal detention. In the Philippines, at least 94 government officials have had charges filed against them by the Kidapawan farmers who were forcibly dispersed and attacked on April 1st for seeking drought assistance. That is all for this episode of Just Asia. For more on these and other issues, please visit www.humanrights.asia or www.alrc.asia/justasia. Thank you for watching and see you next week.